Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today, Aris Prasapati is with us. He's a regular speaker. Today, we are going to discuss the common mistakes while we are talking, while we are speaking, while we are making anything, in English language. So, what are the common mistakes that generally we do? Okay, sir, please.
First and foremost, we have to understand why we make mistake. If you would ask me, then I will directly say that uh, man make mistake, mistake make man. It is vice versa. It can be implemented on a woman also. Woman make mistake, mistake make woman. Mistakes are part of life. Nobody can stop mistake, but you can do one thing. You can get cut off from mistake. Now let me share you a wonderful example. Yesterday I made a mistake
Yeah, yeah,
by incidentally. So we can't say that we are not a robot, we are human being. But it is, how much great incident this is. It is coincident. Yesterday I made it mistake and you invited to talk about mistake. That's nice. Okay, but we are going to talk about English mistake which we usually make, and these mistakes are general mistake which can be known as a blunder. Sir, I have seen so many people, they make one mistake while talking, and which mistake is really common. What they do sometime, they speak sometime present simple tense with the word, second form mistake. So that must not be happen. Let's say I couldn't say that, I did went. You can't say that. Say directly
yeah.
I went. Or yes, don't use the second form with the first form, otherwise it would be a collapse. Number two, which is a common, let's talk about a mistake. You can't use do with a mistake. Always you have to say make. Whenever you are talking about a mistake, say directly I make mistake, I made mistake. These are some kind of exceptional, which don't come under grammar. I even don't know who made it this rule, but this is a rule. And there are so many rules which were made for this language. Apart from this, if I would talk about other mistake which people make in conversation, and which is also kind of blunder, whenever they do talk, they don't maintain their flow. Flow in the sense is what? Whenever you are talking, just work on your voice modulation. Don't talk in a one pitch. Whenever you are talking about anger, anger must be on your face, expression must be clear. Whenever you are talking about a polite and decent thing, be decent, decency must be come on your face. This is a mistake. And next thing which is common, and that I have seen in so while observing so many people, which is people use sometimes fillers, and the number of fillers are really hectic and which hurt sometime our ear, and that is people speak this is really blunder. Unnecessary people speak sometime and you can avoid. I'm not saying I don't do, I also do it, but definitely it can be reduced. So these are some common mistake which people make while talking with the other, and this is how I would say from my side, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your eloquent speech on mistakes. No, as
Thank you, sir.
mistakes is common because we are human. And if you are
Yeah,
learning something, that means you have to allow to make mistakes. And if you
correct.
don't like to make mistakes, that means you are never learning anything. So if you are doing mistake, that means the learning process is going on. Yes, so that's reason mistakes is common because of your human. We have to allow to make mistakes. We have to allow to those mistakes, and we shouldn't try to find the mistakes others. Many a times we do many mistakes. Say, for
Correct.
example, yes, after discuss, generally we use we are discussing about, but we should not use after about after discuss or describe. Also, sometimes you say
About.
one of my friend, not is that one of my friends. Generally, many a times I have come across this expression. One of my friend is not one of my friends, like that, and also I am entered the room, not into like that. Many common mistakes are there. They are very common. But and if we think about the mistakes, what will happen? our flow will be futile. We can't speak in a natural way. That's reason we should avoid those. Try to avoid those mistakes. If mistakes happen, so we have to love to make mistakes, and it's quite common.
Definitely. There is one common story as we all have heard. There were two candidates who went for the interview, and one were asked question. So far, how many accident you have been a part of that? Then a person replied, I did approximately 10 accident in my entire life, and they went for the driving job. One was asked how many accident you've been a part of that, and he said no accident. But when that interview went long, then interviewer come to know, oh, this person who have made experience, who has experience of around 30 years, but a person who didn't been a, who was never been a part of accident, who even can't drive. So can you imagine? He didn't make mistake. That means is he didn't know that skill. He didn't know driving. But a
Yeah,
person
yeah.
who been a part of accident, he was learning. That's why accident and other thing were being a part of it. So that wasn't kind of the sensitive accident. But while learning, sometimes we fall, sometimes we race. This is the part of life. And once again, make mistake. Your mistake make will you. Thank you very much, sir, for inviting me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Pradap sir, for your
Yeah.
sharing your ideas and sparing time. Okay, thank you, sir. See you later.
Thanks, sir.
Bye.